Hi, thank you for clicking on the video, and I hope everyone is doing really well today. So a few videos ago, I mentioned that typically I try to be a little bit more organized and have a little bit more of like a direction when it comes to my videos. I guess I was lying. I have just been super lazy lately and not really putting a lot of like organization into my videos, and today is no different. I stumbled upon some articles that I think are quite interesting, but first let us start with something that I've actually wanted to talk about real briefly for a really long time. So let's get into it, and before I do that, be sure to give this video a like and be sure to subscribe. I really appreciate it, so thank you.
What do you call ice cream that's free of fat and sugar, low in calories, allergy-friendly, and made with natural ingredients?
Disgusting. You can have something that is like free of allergens and it be good, but take away sugar, low calorie, all of that, you're gonna end up with a product that is not good.
You call it wink.
Bonjour, ¿cómo estás? Konnichiwa, guten Tag. How lovely this life could be. If only you could speak to me.
So that's it. It's just them describing a terrible product.
Wink frozen desserts.
This is one thing that I am actually quite passionate about. Frozen dessert, they cannot call it ice cream because it is nothing. It is not ice cream. It is frozen water in a pint. They're selling frozen water. That is all it is. It's disgusting. I'm sorry. I hate to bash a company, but the product, I'm bashing the product. It's a terrible product. It is frozen water. And it's not even good water. They like have different flavors. They don't taste like what they say it's supposed to taste like. I was actually watching a YouTube video this morning, and the ad before the video was for Wink, and I was like, I was triggered. Okay, I had to say something. I was home alone, so I was like looking around like, who can I rant to? And I decided I'm just gonna put my anger out into the internet, and the world can see that Wink is disgusting. If you are someone who like praises Wink's products and promotes it and say it's really good and try to get other people to consume it, you're lying. Don't waste your money. I tried it many years ago. I doubt they have changed anything since then because everything is the same. It's still only 100 calories per pint, which means you're eating water with added stuff thrown in. So first point of the video, Wink is disgusting. Write it down. If you think that set me off, wait till you see what else I have to talk about. A YouTube channel that I watch, the channel is called My Thoughts Will Probably Offend You, but the person, her name is Michelle McDaniel. She's got a fun personality, and that really comes across like in her videos, and she seems like a really nice person. She can be harsh, but she's like super sarcastic, and I tend to be super sarcastic to the point where people think I'm just mean. I'm not. Sometimes I am, but like it's just sarcasm, and I just really like her sense of humor and the way she approaches things. So she did a video recently, and in it she was reacting to an article. I think it's important to continue that discussion more about the fat positive movement that has plagued or is plaguing our society today. So more and more people are recognizing like binge eating disorder as an eating disorder. It's in the name. But I think a lot of people don't realize or aren't ready to acknowledge that like overeating, that leading to obesity, that's an eating disorder. It's just the other extreme. There's under eating extremes and there's overeating extremes, but they're all within the same umbrella of eating disorders. I do not have a real hands-on experience with obesity. I've never been obese. I was slightly larger as a kid, so I have that, and I was teased a lot for being larger, so I understand the bullying and I understand the ramifications and the results, or the reaction that a person can have. I mean, it led me to a really unhealthy way of living, so I get that, but I acknowledge it that it wasn't healthy. And the fat positive movement is all about the opposite, not really acknowledging that you're unhealthy. Fat positive movement, health at every size, all of that, that's an eating disorder. 20 ways to be fat positive no matter what size you are. It's by Virgie Tovar. It was written back in February of this year. 10 fat positive methods I love to suggest to non-fat people. I'm gonna say I'm not fat. So the first one is recognize when your fat friends are killing it with their outfit, their professional life, or their crafting skills. Take a second to internally and silently, there's an exclamation point, recognize they're thriving against a lot of odds. Tell them they're killing it. I don't have any fat friends, so that one, I guess, doesn't apply to me. Speak out against weight challenges at work. At my work, we don't do weight challenges or anything like that. However, everyone there is like super health conscious. They're really misinformed, so I try to speak out against that. I don't think what you're saying is scientifically correct. Change your industry standard, especially if you're in medical care, fashion, or beauty. I work in fashion. You can change your opinion of things, but you can't change the standard. Like, that's why it's called the standard. This next one, oh my god. Pay for your fat friend's coffee if you benefit from the wage gap between fat people and thin people. Oh my gosh. Well, again, I don't have any fat friends. The reason why they probably think there's a wage gap is because if an obese person or a fat person is unemployed, or like they can't work that much and they only have a few hours, like they're paid for what they do. They're paid for their ability. And like if you're unable to do the job you're hired to do, yeah, you're gonna get paid less because you're not doing your job. And if a thin person is more capable and like gets more hours or is able to work more hours, they're gonna get paid according to their ability. So like, there is no wage gap. Like, I worked 18 hours and I should get paid the same as Becky, who works 40 hours. And it's like, that's not a wage gap, it's just hourly difference, like hourly wage. Also, if you're not qualified to get paid the same as someone else, like, you can't expect an entry-level job person to get paid the same as a CEO. Like, that's just not how it works. Like, and it's not a wage gap. Like, calm down. Date and have sex with fat people. No, thank you. Does it still apply, even though I'm married? You must go date and have sex with these people. You don't have to be attracted to them. Just date them. Just use them. Just lead them on. Yeah, okay. That's real positive. Buy fat positive books. No, I'm too busy reading real books. Actively refuse to engage in food surveillance or food shaming behavior. These people are saying I should be allowed to eat whatever I want, do whatever I want, and you need to just be okay with that. And here's the thing. Yes, you can eat whatever you want. You can do whatever you want, but leave me out of it. Why do you need my approval of your bad decisions? Just go do your bad decisions. And if I choose to take care of myself, why are you getting upset? A lot of the times it's because when we see someone else doing something we know is right and we're doing what is wrong, but we're so convinced we are right, we want them to stop because we want that reminder of how wrong we are to go away. We want to be right and we want people to follow us and think we're right and agree with us. So if we can change your behavior, I don't have to look at myself and realize how wrong I am. Be positive, love yourself. Everyone should. But stop trying to make me and other people agree with you. You don't agree with me, so why should I agree with you? Boycott and think critically about movies that promote bigoted representation of fat people. It's called acting. Movies aren't real. Those people aren't real. It's a movie. It's for entertaining. And sometimes comedy comes from making fun of other people, stereotypes, sarcasm. These are all factors into comedy, and it's okay to laugh at yourself. Like a comedian, or there's a scene in a movie and it's you relate to what they're making fun of and you're like, oh my gosh, I do that, and you're able to laugh at yourself. That's more positive than being angry all the time because someone made a fat joke. Support fat-owned businesses. So, can I speak to the owner? Oh, you're not fat. I can't shop here. Call or check online to see if a restaurant, bar, or theater has accessible seating before you hang out with your fat friend or date. It's not my responsibility. If they want to go somewhere, or if we decide to go somewhere, it is their responsibility to take care of themselves. So if they want to know ahead of time if they're going to have access to this facility, they need to take it upon themselves. They need to stop trying to get everyone else to take responsibility for their life and their actions. They need to do it for themselves. In conclusion, these kind of things are no different from the stuff that is written on a pro-Ana site. It is telling people that their bad decisions, their unhealthy decisions are okay, and they're just trying to get more and more people to pat them on the back and encourage them to continue their unhealthy choices. So many people are dying and suffering from eating disorders, and they feel trapped, and it's because people are patting them on the back and saying it's okay. Taking me back to the days where all I had to do was shout about wink. That was a lot easier back then. Alright, so that is the video. If you enjoyed it, be sure to give it a thumbs up. Be sure to subscribe. If you disagree with me, if you agree with me, if you have anything to add, if you have any questions, comments, anything at all, feel free to leave that in the comment section below, and I will see you next time. Bye!